Welcome back, this is Jesse with Atomic Air Motors, and today I'm at Pole Barn Garage, and we are here for the $2,000 car challenge, where we all bought cars and are building cars for less than $2,000. I am joined by Kevin and Angus, Junkyard Digs, Dalton, Pole Barn Garage, and of course Buff's Garage. And these are three of the cars, and there is the winning car right there in the middle. It is a 1952 Chevy Deluxe with a 216 and a 3 on the tree. It has got very minimal rust, excellent interior,
Yeesh.
and it even runs.
Right.
Let me demonstrate. So this is the ignition wire, and this is the key.
That's how they did it back in the day.
Of course.
It was hard. Look how much he's cheating. Brand new carburetor. It came with a battery. I see it's got a brake stone booster in it already.
It's got all new brakes too. Listen to that.
Sounds lovely. Yeah, it sounds Rodley.
Might have a little rod knock.
You're kidding. But this one, no way.
Great.
I think that's like every carry knock. Yes. Ooh.
Missing some bits, but that's
Maybe we can sell those. Give money back.
There's nothing up in there. This is locked. We have to break into the truck now.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's-
I'm not cheating.
It's got power locks and they lock themselves.
That's exciting.
Right.
There's marks all over the window.
Man, the part where you hit a possum or a raccoon inside.
Yeah, I guess it's mauled. I wish we had thought of that while we were drunk last night. Oh, dude, it's got anti-rust compound.
Oh.
Clearly, that worked well.
Can you just pull this?
Oh yeah, sure can.
All right.
Now,
There you go.
now, we gotta be smart. We gotta be quicker than that.
Oh, yeah, you got me.
Yeah, surely there's nothing else.
So right here we have got Buff's car. Buff, what is this?
Well, this is what's left of a 1966 Chevy El Camino, based on the Chevelle platform. They, of course, lop it off and made it into a ute. And I found this on Marketplace, and the guy wanted close to $2,000 for it. But you can see it's got problems,
Yes.
which he could have solved by just selling me all the extra parts he had. But that doesn't work for Cheap Car Challenge. We popped the hood, and it's got a up-to-date, a more modern 350 combo. And you know, just purple interior, chain link steering wheel.
It is quite gorgeous.
It's something.
Huh? Yes.
I will say that I won though, because he told me there was nothing on the seats, and there's clearly full seat cover.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's
That's
fine.
excellent seat cover.
So yeah, you're now looking at the car that's going to win the challenge right here.
Hey, Dalton, what do you got?
1976 Ford Elite. 460 power. Perfect combination of performance and luxury. Doesn't run. Hasn't in a while. Look at that.
It is
My
quite
back
nice.
is going to be so good riding in this thing.
Yes. This is probably the biggest competitor that the little Chevy will face. You might outnumber us in cylinders and cubic inches
And size.
and size. However, size does not matter.
Look at that.
We know this car runs. I don't know if it drives. I was told that it has brakes. So let's find out. Let's get her pulled up there into the shop. Oh yeah. Starting it is, you know, kind of a thing. You got the ignition wires, of course. You got to tie back together, and then they just fall down there where the floorboards used to be. And then you use the key. God, it runs so good. If it just didn't have, you know, several rods knocking, it would be great. Oh, does the window roll down? Oh, the window rolls down. Okay. Clutch does something. Brake pedal's kind of stiff. They were supposed to be all new. That's kind of why I bought this car. I gotta get out to start it again. We are in the shop, ladies and gentlemen. And here is my huge project for the next 2 days. As you can see, we've also got a timer set for when we need to leave. That is 2 days and 21 hours from now. Because of this car having at least a couple major rod knocks, I went out and scoured the countryside, traveled miles and miles, and found a cheap, allegedly running 216 to put in this car without going over budget.
Bullshit.
I have got an entire $300 invested in this engine, which will put me up to $1,700 total for this car. I know it's a risk. However, there are several good parts of this car. For one, brand new fuel system. Decent tires.
What? Decent tires?
They're decent.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're round.
They're round and they're rubber. The car has got all new brakes, which work incredibly well. New carburetor, battery, HEI distributor, which that's not really a, necessarily a good thing, but this car will be converted to 12 volts. And I also have got a GM alternator. And that pretty much is all the positive things there are to say about this car. So I guess let's get started. First thing, I'm going to drain the coolant out of it and get the radiator up and out of the way. I'm hoping to be able to pull this engine and transmission as a unit and not even have to remove the hood or the grill. All right, I'm gonna try to just pull this lower hose and drain this coolant. See, the budget here is really tight, so if there's any coolant even in this, I've got to try to save it, if possible. We have now got $300 to work with.
Now, I think a radiator gasket will work. Be pretty cool if it did. Now, here's the thing, guys.
Got the upper hose pulled off, working on the lower one now. It is very stuck with a original looking hose clamp on the radiator, but just working on disconnecting everything I can. And oh, might be some residual pressure there in that fuel line. That's fine. But just working away, get the stuff pulled off. I would love to try to at least get this motor pulled out of here tonight. The coolant draining, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this vacuum advance line off, and the carburetor should get out of the way. I think that's, do that, and then I'll pull the radiator out. Now I will carefully place all of the parts that I need to keep track of on the roof.
Hey, I can use one of those. Thanks.
New carburetor?
Yeah.
That would be great for your 460.
That right there.
Yes, sir. How's it going, Buff?
Well, let's just say their Ahuga horn works. They went to start it and he goes, "Rrrr."
These gentlemen are getting along.
Yes.
Oh, hello. Hey, you get the hell away from this thing. You've done enough. I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, that was kind of funny.
Start working on pulling the radiator here. Looks like 4 half-inch bolts. No big deal. Drag it, should come off. There. That was nice. Run all the wiring through that. Now the radiator loose. No. What? Oh. Okay, so instead of being like a normal car and having 4 radiator bolts, there are 8 on this one. Makes sense. That was Good call there. These things do just fly out of here all the time.
I think I'm Shanty Mopar piece of crap.
Yeah. I have actually never worked on one of these Chevys. So I've worked on a 54 a little bit, because there was a video on last fall. Never had a 52. I imagine they're about the same. All right, will you come out? Get out of there. Oh, making a giant mess on the floor. The lower radiator hose is terrible. I'm gonna have to replace that. Never mind, actually. The new engine has one. Perfect. Now that gives us access to the whole front of the motor. Other stuff that I can connect. Fuel line. I guess I could pull the distributor out too. Some of the little wiring bullshit. And then be on to motor mounts and the very easy to remove exhaust. Let's go ahead and pull that out. Now I got a free set of vice grips. Old vice grips too. Did I mention that this engine also had a brand new fuel pump? I will be running this, and I'm gonna keep that filter because filters are, you know, like $5, and that one's fine. So we'll just put this stuff up here on the roof along with the hardware.
Boom. Panicking.
Good rails, yeah.
What's going on here?
I got the fuel pump off, some of the wiring is pulled off. I think I'm going to pull this distributor next because I don't want it getting broken pulling it out. Also, we have a brand new water pump. I will be stealing that for that engine. Just yanked the water pump off and of course destroyed the gasket. So that'll be going back on with our TV. Was working on pulling this alternator that someone very clearly cross-threaded a bolt into, and the bolt broke. So perfect. And you know, a new alternator might break the budget. I don't know what this is. Is that a GM alternator? I guess. Huh?
Plug on the back. That is an externally regulated GM alternator.
So not useful anyway.
Might as well use the generator.
I just reached down here to start working on the distributor, and I found the oil dipstick, which was broken off, so I didn't really notice it. But look at the color of the oil on the stick. It is kind of grayish looking, silvery gray. Now what that is in this oil is Babbitt that has been hammered out of the rod bearings and ground up and mixed with the rest of the oil. There is a reason that the 216 Stove Volt 6 was called a Babbitt Slammer. Yes, everything Chevy was Babbitt up until 1954. I'm not sure. I thought the 235 came out in 54, but I think I'm wrong there. I don't know. I just know they had Babbitt bearings for a long time. Everybody else, like Chrysler, had figured out, you know, insert bearings, you know, by the, what, early 30s. Just pop this out of here now. Come on. Oh yeah, the wire. There we go. Stick that safely on the roof. Getting close. Motor mounts next. And this vent pull out of here, the draft tube. Now I'm working on pulling the motor mounts. Just 2 bolts. Very simple. Can I get the giant impact on them? I really hope so, because they're very big and very rusty.
Very carefully.
Yes. See if I can get to the other. Should be cotter pins in these, but there isn't, so. remove this draft tube. There's a bolt that bolts it to the side of the block. It is gone from this one already. And I believe it should just kind of come out of the block. I think it's just pressed in. I think it's gonna get in the way of the motor mount, so I really want it out of here. Come on. Yeah, there. Got her. The gas pedal, oil line, it's all disconnected. I think everything up top is pretty much ready to pull. So now comes the less fun stuff, which means crawling under the car. So let me get it jacked up and put up on jack stands and just see how I'm gonna attack this. Oh, the underside of this car is not good. It is incredibly rusty. Look at this. Jack stands and a creeper. What do we got happening under here? Oh. Lots of grease and dirt. Looks, you know, you can see very clearly the inside of the car. So, it's good. Other than everything being rusted out, it's really not that bad. So what is by far going to be the easiest method, if I can pull it off, is just removing the 4 transmission to bell housing bolts and pulling the bell housing and clutch and everything with the engine. And there's 2 bolts on top, looks like 9/16, and then 2 on the bottom that actually go through the inside of the bell housing, which the inspection cover's gone on this one, so I can get right to them. Just like this. Yes, like that. I thought that top one here on the driver's side was going to be the worst one to get to, but I think it's actually going to be kind of easy. Just go through the floorboard, you know? Perfect. Look. Get to it no problem from in here now. The very last thing is the clutch, which looks like you remove that spring, and then this lever should come off of here. I just went ahead and completely removed the clutch linkage and stuff, so pretty easy. I'm laying there on the ground now. So, in theory, this engine might be able to yank out of here. I don't know if I'm gonna get away without pulling the starter, but that's kind of unlikely. But I'm going to try anyway. What seemed to be the safest was to pull the valve cover back off and bolt 2 of the head bolts. And now I've got a good chain I can grab a hold to it. Let's see what happens. There goes nothing. There are a bunch of ants all over this. Oh, she's coming. Can I come forward now? We are off the motor mounts. Maybe we're not. Not really off that side yet. Supposed to pull those, are you? I just had to remove one of the motor mounts from the block. Might have to pull the other one actually. Nah. coming. Maybe. Something is hung up still. What are you hung up on now? Yes, it is. Oh,
That was it.
that was it. I did not put the transmission with the engine.
The transmission worked. It would be there.
I don't think there's any reason to change it.
All those series of trucks actually have a second bolt hole on the hinge so that you can lift it straight up and down.
Just a little caught on the core support.
Just a hair.
If you kind of hold it like that, I should be able to pull out.
Go. And you're free.
Alright, let's bring her down.
Perfectly good running engine.
Yes, absolutely perfect engine. No problems whatsoever.
On the grill.
Wonderful. Thank you, Buff.
I just came in to help you, like, get motivated. You're already there, so.
Oh. Engine is out. Did I lose? What did we do here? Oh, the throw out bearing came off. That's fine. That should have one. But now I just need to work on getting that stripped down to the point of being able to shove it in the car. I've got the carb to remove still. And transmission, which I'll do that with it up in the air because I need to get the inspection cover off. You'll notice the oil filter housing is off. I'm gonna teach you something. So on these Chevrolet engines, they are not a full pressure oiling system, which means that all of the oil in the system is not forced through the filter before going to the bearings. These have actually got, it's a little line that just kind of tees off and runs through the oil filter housing. I think for the full service, for the full oil change interval, about 30% of the total oil in the pan gets filtered. It's a bypass oiling system is what it's called. So you do not need the oil filter. They were optional. So I'm going to just plug those off and we're going to call that good. I need to go to the parts store and get a pipe plug, and I need to get a freeze plug because there's a freeze plug that has been leaking. So I'm going to go ahead and nip that. I'm going to just go ahead and rock this water pump. They painted it, so clearly it must have been a good water pump or they wouldn't have done that. And I ripped the gasket on the other one, so I don't want to rip the gasket on this one because, you know, can't buy another gasket. I got this old freeze plug knocked out, and it's not looking good. The block is completely full of rusty shit. So I'm just going to ignore that.
Yeah, that just means it doesn't leak. Otherwise, all that stuff would have fallen out.
Yeah, see? So I have got a fancy expandable freeze plug that I'm going to jam in here. It cost me a whole 50 cents at the parts store.
What? Those things are $3.49.
50 cents.
$3.49. Trust me, I own stock in those.
Yeah, so this is the 1.5 to 1 5/8 size, and that's a little loose. I don't know if that's gonna expand enough to get us where we need to go. So Dalton has some of these, and they're free. So.
Whoa! I see what it is.
You lost your keys?
They're in this locking gas cap that some pesky prankster installed. Me? Same as it was before. Why? Well, that looks fine. Maybe get that beer bottle we were talking about.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. That's the stuff they sell down Mississippi during the... See, that's why they do that.
That's why you sell bottled water right
that
there.
That stuff's all over the place. They don't need water. Oh. It's fine. It's going to clear up.
Yeah, it'll clear up. It'll clear up.
Not pump it into the car. That? Oh, well, where's mine? I'll do it. Here, let me give you a little bit to run. What's that?
10%
gas? Rum? 10% ethanol. Oh. Runs like a son of a bitch.
Anyway, back over to the Chevy. Just found another expandable freeze plug. Throwing this in there. Dalton had one. So, got her nice and snug. Alright, so this engine now is, I've got to lift it up in the air, pull the transmission off the back of it, and it's ready to stab in the car. So, alright.
Fire out that.
Yeah, shut up.
Fuck you.
I gotta pull this transmission
I have a
off.
bigger channel than you.
Wow.
I will say,
Want to shoot my butthole or no?
I gotta pull this transmission off.
the smaller channel. So you need to go do this.
Future Jesse, leave all this in.
He said he would.
How the f do you get this inspection cover off? I need a screwdriver.
Hammer.
Screwdriver. Where's the
Oh, got it.
flathead screwdriver? There's one in the antifreeze on the floor, too. Yes. I think that's how you get this off. And then there's 2 bolts that go from in there, from the bell housing into this. Yes, you pull these out. Okay. Then once I pull this transmission, then we can dab it into the car. If I could get this engine set in the car tonight, that'd be pretty cool. As you remember, there was 2 bolts that go through the transmission, or from the bell housing to the transmission, and they're on the inside. So I am now pulling the second one of those. After this, should be able to stab the engine in the car. Maybe. I mean, I think between 4 drunk guys, we can all figure this out.
Well, 2.5.
I hope.
Well, if we find some.
So now I should be able to pull. Yes, just like that. Gonna come off. Yes.
Oh, it's fucking
What the hell was that?
stuff.
That's nothing. That's probably not important anyway.
Just your clutch disc on the floor.
Yeah.
That's not the clutch disc. That's. Oh, what is this?
This basic plate?
It's got a dust shield.
Yep.
You don't need that.
That's fine. Weight reduction. Look at that.
Absolutely not important at all. But what is important is the throw-out bearing and stuff, which all appears to be here and good. That has got to stay. So now we need to throw a jack under the transmission and get that input shaft kind of angled up. Then we can start stabbing it. Things are about to get real.
We had to wait this long just to stab it. I could have been stabbing this thing all day.
Swing around. Mind the light underneath. Okay, we need to make sure the input shaft goes through the throw-out bearing. That seems like a pain in the ass. I'm sorry. So this Chevy is going to run tomorrow. I'm going to be caught up with Kevin and Angus tomorrow.
The hell you are.
This car has brakes. It's going to run. It's going to drive. It's going to stop. It's going to be perfect.
Yeah, but people like ours.
People love mine.
Ooh, I haven't been on the internet all day. You might be right.
They do actually like this car.
Them's fighting words.
Hey, Jesse.
Yes.
How come half your frame is missing?
Don't talk about that.
It's completely missing.
This whole car is very average.
Well, then quit looking at what isn't there and think about what could be.
Yeah, think about the positive.
What could be there?
Yeah.
Like a frame.
Oh, there's the hood.
Oh, well, here, bring it down just a please. Oh.
What was that? Sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Okay.
A small
You can't
amount.
say that on YouTube.
God, I hope you're a good editor.
Especially these days.
I am the editor.
It's usually all gone.
What, the frame?
The hair.
You credit.
I know. What the hell happened to that?
I really don't think I should have started filming at all.
That's gonna just.
I'm gonna have to cut a lot of it. It's fine.
All of it. This whole clip is just a big old waste of time.
We don't have any form of tilt, do we?
This is where you do.
No, that's why we dropped down.
Ah, brother, you're the tilt.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me pull the wires out.
We need to go driver. Whole thing
We're
driver.
gonna go down.
This is where.
What?
the
No.
aiming for it.
But also whole thing driver.
Oh, there's a fucking wheel moving. But
Yeah, there's also a buff's head.
Well, watch your head.
Well, don't worry
I'm
about
gonna
that.
try and not kick your head.
it's raining.
So Stop.
What do we got here? Hey, that exhaust is gonna look like shit.
What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, hey, your push rod's a banana.
That's alright, he's got spares.
Push rod.
That push rod's a banana.
There's a bent push rod?
It is now.
He did warn you.
I did tell you the chain was on the push rod.
He did.
And now the push rod is banana flavored.
It is not that bad.
It is
It'll be fine.
banana flavored.
It will be fine.
Not engine.
It would be fine if it was owned by the Chiquita Banana Company.
Move the clutch lever is kind of about to get
Just getting you close.
bringing it down a little bit more.
Jesse, give us a sit rep. What's going on?
Huh?
Give us a sit rep.
Oh, well, we're having some issues. We're trying to stab the motor onto the transmission in the car. So, you know, you've got to line up the input shaft on the transmission and bring the motor in at the same time. It's kind of a
Can't say I know about that. No.
It takes like 4 drunk guys to do this. So, you know.
Haven't done it yet.
We only have 3. No wonder it's taking so long.
We need another one.
So you're telling me you don't have to match a bell housing or anything. You have to line this whole. It's not put the drive shaft in later. It's put the engine into the drive shaft now.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, so they had this thing called the 70s.
Yeah.
When stuff got, even the 60s really, when stuff got better.
What?
We're gonna, one of these days, we're gonna get you caught up.
Better than this right now.
I can think of 10 things top of my head.
Right now.
Are we going down yet?
4 drive for second.
Ready?
Yes.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, that's it.
It's
I can
going
see
in.
it. Yep.
Keep doing whatever you're doing up there. Yeah.
We'll get there eventually.
Try bringing the transmission down a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good
I
idea.
can't really, bring that down a little bit.
Watch it.
Tell them, do you have a squeegee?
I do.
Here we go.
We should get one. Like right now. Now shove it all that way. What are you doing?
Bring the transmission.
Hang on to that though. That's good 1952.
Oh, he's gonna beat this.
Coolant.
Period numbers matching. It's numbers matching.
Yeah.
Coolant.
Well, he doesn't have the budget for more antifreeze, so
And what do you give? $1,400 this car with wet
yeah,
ham
we're charging
sandwich?
him $3,000 for that crate engine he put in.
Nevertheless, the EPA violations that he's made that he didn't understand that existed in the 50s.
Oh shit! It's there. Nobody move. All right. Let me. Where's the bolts?
Not the first time he's yelled that. It's in. Nobody move.
What? I don't know.
Money shot.
They didn't have bolts back then. They're glued in.
You didn't pay your shop rent on the
Just put it in there, waited for it to rust in place.
They just weld it.
Probably up there.
Using my tools? Oh, that's $200.
Ah, he can't afford that.
DQ'd.
Perfect. Now we can go get him a 70s era car for $800 out of a barn. It'll run perfect. Get rid of all this shit.
Shop rent is part of the budget.
How many shirts does he go through a week?
Quite a few.
You know what I own this white? Nothing. That camper. And it's bad too.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. Jesse, how many shirts do you go through a week?
A lot. But you have to use a wringer washer, and you'll get them.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. You don't use borax in your laundry?
No, I don't use borax.
Got to put the top transmission bolts back in, you know, through the floor.
Yeah, that's
At
normal.
least on this one. The other one you've got to get from under the car. This one, there's a hole in the floor specifically for it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, watch the engine. It is in. It is in. Now, I need to pull that chain off and tighten the motor mounts, and we're good to go. It has been a hell of a day. There's also been some slight intervention for drinking purposes, but you know, that doesn't count. You just tighten these motor mounts up real quick. There we go. Now the engine is in. I am done for the day. It's been a lot. Well, welcome back. It's the next morning. I'm not sure how much I got filmed last night. I don't remember, but here is the engine installed. Bolted in up here at the mounts and at the transmission. I still have a whole bunch to do. Clutch, starter, fuel pump, everything basically. But in the process of stabbing this engine in, one of these push rods got bent because of the chain. So I borrowed one from the old engine. And this is your exclusive inside look at the inner workings of a Chevy 216. You've got to pull this giant tappet cover off, which basically covers this whole side of the block. Kind of neat, but yeah, there it is. I got the push rod swapped out. I'm gonna button that back up. Definitely gonna lash all the valves, of course, and put it back together. It's all back together. I'm gonna just start throwing little stuff at it now, like the road draft tube, which this is, if you didn't know, before cars had PCV valves, they had what was called a road draft tube. The way these worked is they vent crankcase pressure down below the engine, and as the theory was, as you're driving, this the pressure from air blowing under the car actually creates some sort of vacuum, and it sucks the crankcase pressure out of this tube and vents it directly to the atmosphere. It does not burn it like it does with the PCV setup. Works quite better, actually. I'm gonna throw in this mystery starter. It came on the mystery engine. I know nothing about it, but it probably works. Got the top starter bolt in. Right now I'm just tightening up the bottom one. And while I'm under here, I figure I might as well do all the other stuff that I was not wanting to do under the car. So I'm gonna put this flywheel cover back on. That's not totally necessary, but I'll throw it on there anyway. And then I need to hook up the clutch. Finish putting that shield on there. Yes, I know there is another piece that's supposed to go up there along the top, but I tried for about a solid 15 seconds to get it on and gave up. This is the clutch linkage. This is what actually grabs the ear on the clutch assembly, and then this hooks up to the pedal like that. It appears that there is a significant amount of wear, which would imply, I know it's hard to believe, but this car might have a lot of miles on it. Just a chance.
Yeah. No way. No.
How's your project, Kevin?
It's done. We left. We pre-ran the route. It's a pretty decent route.
So, this is your clutch. It's kind of a weird design. You know, this makes you think it can come apart easily when you're trying to pull it apart and there's tension on it. It doesn't work that way. So, but this nut, these are your adjustment nuts. And they stick through, well, then this threaded piece sticks through the ear on the bell housing. But first, let me hook this rod up. Where did it go? Alright, and there we go. Clutch is hooked up. Just got to put that nut back on it and the spring. And there's a little cotter pin on the linkage that goes to the pedal. No big deal. The benefit of this car, the advantage I have over everybody, is I can do pretty much everything that you'd have to crawl under the car for inside the car. It's great. Matt is trying to figure out how a single barrel carburetor works. They're very complicated.
Yes.
Now you're already messing up because you have to, while you set the carburetor down, see, you've got to have the nut started. Yes, see? Yes. Old car things.
Yes.
Clutch is hooked up. It may or may not work. I'm going to throw the fuel pump on it and run the line up to the carb. And then I think, well, then we can start it. The distributor, well, then I need to put the distributor in it, then we can start it. So, Matt went out and grabbed me a new one-wire alternator for this because I'm going to need it. I threw the fuel pump on, definitely didn't spend about 10 minutes trying to put it on upside down. Next thing, I need to TDC this and then TDC it on number 1, and then I can stab the distributor and then wire it accordingly. pull number 1 plug out, and then I'm going to put my finger over the hole and feel for compression, which it looks like we might actually be on compression stroke. Oh, these plugs are brand new. And this only works if this has compression. There we go. Compression stroke. Carefully bring it up. Okay.
A little more.
Yes. A little more. Oh, back. And just back just a little bit. I think that's. Both valves are closed. It's pretty close. That will be close enough to ballpark it. We can now shove the distributor in, and wherever that rotor points is number 1. So, got to think about this logically. I want to be able to access the vacuum advance fairly easily. So I can turn this. What do we think? Over here?
Yeah.
Also, the oil pump being driven by a slot is going to limit me.
That was easy. I think it's in. Yeah, it's in.
Yeah, it's in. Okay, so number 1 will be whatever that
Forward.
ends up being on the cap.
Yeah.
Maybe put the tie down just in here loosely. We're about to have this fired up here in a few minutes.
That, I think that little brace there, yeah, it's lined up right with the...
This would be, you know, the only way to make this more fun would be if this was just buried up against the firewall in the back of a V8. You know, gotta love the distributor placement there.
Who would do that?
Everybody except for Ford and big block Chryslers. When your plug wires are way too long, just kind of do an extra lap around the distributor and kind of tidy it up like that, you know.
It's like an extra wrap on a coil. You get that much more voltage.
Yes.
Oh.
All right, now we got to throw oil in it, and then we should be ready to start it. I'm gonna put my favorite oil in it, which is this Rotella 1540. I don't buy that fancy stuff. Oh, leaving the valve cover off because I want to see if this gets oil pressure. And the way you know it has oil pressure is if it pumps up to the rockers.
Oh.
Well, I put a gallon in it and it's reading full or a little bit over. These only hold a gallon? That's surprising. There could have been a little bit in it already, but I didn't think there was. I don't know, there's enough in it to start it and make a giant mess everywhere. So,
Why stop now?
yeah, we're gonna throw the battery in it. We need to make sure the car is in neutral. I'm not running this positive ground, but so don't let the cables fool you. So, just it to turn over. And this is gonna be, where's the wire? This is ignition. See if it turns over. Oh, come on. Pumping fuel yet. Juice.
Juice with the
Could
juice.
very easily backfire.
Oh, there it comes.
More juice.
Some more. start. That's how you set the timing too. Cool. It runs.
What a machine.
Does not seem like it has any problems.
It's on fire in here
It
too.
saved my drum.
We now have a running 52 Chevy. So the next thing is the valve cover, and of course the gasket was destroyed, so I'm gonna replace it with gasket and a tube.
And he's like, no, maybe that can be our last little sabotage, just to have it going. I'll use some of that oil.
Carefully put this on.
That thing won't give a shit. This would be
Then you have these little rubbers, or that little rubber, and little wing nuts.
and it's got the original radio motor.
I'm trying to adapt this alternator to fit. Just barely, I think, gonna be able to kind of halfway bolt it to this. So this is what we're going for. I'm gonna have to switch this bracket around on this alternator, but it's gonna work just fine. You'll notice this should be a 5/8 belt because these are 5/8 pulleys, and that should be a 3/8 belt, but the previous owner split the difference with whatever size belt that is, and that is the same thing I'm gonna do. Should be perfect.
Yeah.
That's good. We are maxing out the alternator belt. It's fine. Oh, did we tighten the lower nut too?
It's like snug.
We can do that after.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Alright, let's put this back in. I got all 15 of the radiator bolts.
Only 18.
There is actually 8. It is ridiculous. Alright, then I need that clamp to put on the lower hose. See, I didn't have to buy a new lower hose. Well, the engine came with one. There's not any room in here anymore. Alright. I'm just throwing the upper hose on. Not going to replace it. That would break the budget. We need to save what budget we have left for important things like headlights and ignition switch. You know, can't waste it on things like radiator hoses. That. Perfect.
Boy, that 460's got a hell of a filter on it. Do you think that's enough for that thing?
You think I think it's enough?
No, yeah, it might be too much. Give that thing a lid flip, see if that works. Yeah, being the guy with the biggest motor, maybe we should put that on Jesse's.
Wait a minute. Let me give you a lid flip. This is an actual.
Oh, Jesus. Again with the lawnmower carburetor, this guy.
Look. That is how you do a lid flip.
You're proud of yourself right now, aren't you?
Would you like me to donate to the cause?
How much budget you got left? I've heard there's something around here at a garage sale that would make you even more power.
K&N.
Is that a 4-incher?
That's a real K&N 4-inch.
This is a 6 inch, or that's a 6 inch.
Yeah, well, this is a 12.
I've got a lid for it too. I just have to go find it. But oh yeah.
Oh, is it gonna fit?
Oh,
God.
Shit.
Yes.
No, actually, will your lid fit? Like, will it just grab the center? Yeah, we're good. Don't worry about it.
Oh, they all thread.
Now you have no. Hang on, flip the lid now. It's a bird bath and an air filter.
So, The very last thing I've got, I did run to the parts store. I went all out. I got things like an ignition switch
Holy shit.
and a headlight knob and headlight bulbs. So, but first we're gonna throw water in this, and then in theory it can be driven down the highway perfectly safely. So.
Well, could they do that when they were new?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were like.
There was a more acceptable fatality rate, so yeah.
There's nothing wrong with these at all. But yes, we're gonna throw water in it, and then we're gonna drive it down the road.
Hell
See how
yes.
it does.
Well, let's see if that stays inside of it.
Yes.
Have we tested this? Did it hold water before?
It did.
Okay.
Different engine.
But this should be fine.
I only put one freeze plug in this.
Oh, hey, do these run a normal style thermostat? From like normal being 1964 plus?
Well, these
I'm willing-
had the old bellow style.
All right, you're
thermostat
fucked.
originally,
I was gonna say I'm willing to donate you one, but it doesn't work, so sorry.
Well, there's not one in there anyway. We're gonna.
Well, yeah.
We don't need it. You don't need a thermostat.
You don't need a thermostat.
You don't need a thermostat.
Now, on our cars, that's a deficit.
That makes 7 horsepower?
Exactly. Jesse's probably runs better with no thermostat, where these flow too fast.
I have no temperature gauge, so I don't know if it's gonna.
Well, if you have no temperature gauge, then the temperature cannot be too hot.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yes.
I do, and it's wrong, so it doesn't matter.
Just because it says.
Maybe Buff's got one. I don't. He can be the temperature gauge for all of us. Guys, I'm hot. We should stop.
It holds air, and air and water are both liquids.
So wait, yours says it runs at like 212.
Yeah, and then we put a 160 in, and it came down 20 degrees, but it had a 180. So now it says 190, so it was actually correct. The gauge is just off for 30 degrees.
Okay.
Science.
Yeah, the gauges. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Listen, the incorrect gauge came down perfectly 20 degrees. It's a factory Chevy gauge. You know what's wrong.
Oh, I run factory gauges as often as I can. Dalton gets mad at me for it.
I would too. Those are just painted lines. Even the gauge part's painted. Even the needles are a suggestion.
I try to keep. Wait. We are officially back on the ground. What this means is I have beat Dalton and gotten my car on the ground first. It's probably about full.
Only put a gallon
And a fifth.
Yeah.
A gallon and a fifth.
So now it's going to be 2 gallons and 2/5.
Okay, now to start it, of course, you hook up the ignition wire, which is here. Just jam that on the battery like that. Now, this is still the key. Come on. Well, it ran earlier. Gas is in this. Yeah. This is why it needs an ignition switch. That's why I spent the $15.
Like, I don't know if he's noticed if he's about to die.
Oh.
You don't need that thing. Throw that out in the yard to cool down.
It might have gotten really hot.
I look how it looks like poop from a butt. That's a fun feature.
I wonder why it's so hot right now.
Yeah, well.
I have about 6 guesses, and there's 1 through 6.
I'm gonna say it's just because the cap was loose.
Yeah.
Should've
No,
just.
all this is just.
It's not boiling. It's just puking out the excess.
It's not hot, it's just overpressurized, like it's got a bad head gasket.
No.
Well, these don't make any compression. That was silly of me to say.
What's with the wetness?
It's from it spraying.
No, no, seriously. It can't be that. That was fine.
190 degrees, it could have been the cap that was literally shaking loose when you
Yeah,
opened it.
well, I left it loose intentionally, thinking that if this gets any pressure, it's going to explode that radiator.
Old tractor style. I like what you're doing here.
But that was probably the wrong move. I think we'll.
Well, I don't think it was the wrong move.
I think
that was a well thought out plan.
We're just going to have to tighten the cap and just hope it doesn't explode that radiator.
Maybe we do that a couple more times to get all the poop out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it did. Yeah, it probably did just clean it out.
It was not anywhere near the color of coolant coming out.
And that was water that we put in it.
Not anymore.
No.
It went through what we call chemical change.
Yeah.
There was a phase shift damn near in that stuff.
I wonder if the radiator's clogged enough it just pumped it all up to the top. And
You know what the problem is, right? The engine's Ford blue.
Yes, it's mad about being painted the wrong color.
Yeah, that's fair. But hey, the heater core didn't leak.
No.
Thank God.
I would have been worried, but they looped it the right way.
So that the air never gets out.
No, it didn't overheat then, though. I mean, based on that.
It's not overheated. It's just angry about having. It was probably bubbles.
Probably.
Well, no. I would like to say it just now opened the thermostat, but we know there isn't one. So
I should have just kept the cap tight. It would have been fine.
I honestly think we should run over the hose and run it for a while. What we should probably really do is take your upper hose off and flush clear water right here with a garden hose for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Until that motor's, and let it and stop and let it get real warm and run low and go real warm and boil everything off the inside of those cylinders and flush that motor out of that bottom hose for a while.
Yeah.
Out of the top hose.
out of the top.
It'll flush the rad and the motor. That will make a difference.
Let me get a screwdriver and where's the guard?
And then we'll fill it with just K-Seal.
So we've determined that there's clearly not that much wrong with the cooling system. But we're gonna flush the radiator anyway.
That's a good idea. I do think it is. Where is the cap? I just thought of something actually.
The cap?
Radiator cap?
Yeah. Does it have any rubber left on it?
Oh, yes. It's like brand new.
It's on the heater again, so I'm gonna burn myself.
Yeah.
This is junk on
nothing
both
wrong.
seal surfaces.
It's
There's
fine.
supposed to be 2 layers. That's
Oh yeah, there's no seal there.
none there.
There is on the top though.
No, there's not. That's just metal.
That's well.
I figured it out.
can't
I'm
have
the world's
everything.
greatest detective. This again, I'm throwing it because it's junk.
So we need a radiator cap, but we should flush
Good
the.
news, it also just exploded into 3 pieces. So now you're committed to have a working cooling system.
Yes, I need to go steal a radiator cap off somebody's truck or something.
Rubber? Yes. See, that's what they're supposed to look like. You're fixed. Good job. And it was, say it with me, folks, free. Yeah, let's flush this thing. Pull a garden hose over and pull this cooling system out. This thing's worth keeping alive.
Yeah, I like this car.
It takes a couple minutes to dump that out and make sure that thing is the way it's supposed to be. Well, better than it is.
Better than yes.
I mean,
Slightly
I think there's a sticker about this somewhere.
better. I'm pulling the radiator hoses off so we can give this thing a nice flush. Hopefully that will fix it. I don't think it actually overheated, but the radiator cap was junk, and now it is over there.
What? Must be a second valve we haven't found.
Hear water yet?
Oh, that was close.
Let me pull the lower rad hose.
We're gonna leave him for now.
Gonna leave.
So we wanna. There's a bunch of poop and shit from a butt on top of your tubes, and in about 4 to 6 business days, we'll get some water over here, and we're gonna try to flush that out of here, float it,
Ah, we're gonna float it out.
and then the rest we're gonna shove through and out as a geyser. Well, right there. Actually, it'll probably flow both naturally. Now, note to Jesse in editing. Make sure this thing gets antifreeze this year, or you're gonna have to have a 3rd motor.
Yes.
Or the first one with, you can't change the bearings. 3rd motor.
It's actually not flowing very strongly, is it?
Well, we're still waiting for the water. That's what coolant looks like for sure.
Yeah, it is. That's how it's supposed to look.
Right. All right, Mr. Goose.
All right, you know how to start it? Well, you can't start it from in there.
That's why I'm in here.
Here, Matt, you're gonna need to hook up. There's the ignition switch.
Right.
You hook that up, and then you need the key.
The key.
Key's right there, and it is in
Tighten
neutral.
The starter once it starts spinning. We bring it back into phase.
Is it in neutral?
We'll find out.
Should be. Ah, yes. Yes.
Don't get messy. Grab your beers. Look at that. Shit coming out of that.
Oh, she's cleaned it right up.
We're gonna let that do that for a while.
Like a long time.
Finally pull sometimes 5 degrees out of a radiator, sometimes 90, you know, especially when you do a flush. But on something this old, personally, I'd be scared of the flush taking the solder out of the radiator. Now it's moving up now, run the garden hose. It'll empty the
Now, if
block.
they just carry a container of water in the back of their truck and run the hose to the front, you're good.
Or just have a really long garden hose attached to it all the
Total
time.
lost cooling system. Yeah.
Hire a water truck and drive in front of you. A fire truck. Watch this. It's been running for like 5 minutes. Watch that upper filler neck.
Good. That water pump is
It's
good.
getting a lot better. Yeah, that one was nice. It was round before.
Yeah. We're cleaning the whole engine bay too.
Yeah, pull the negative.
Hey! Charging system works.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let her get warm again.
All right. Oh no, you can't do that.
Not break the block.
You'll crack the block immediately.
Knock some of this shit off by boiling it a little bit. We're gonna let her come up to, it probably won't hit 200, but you know.
We're gonna clean them out. Out of it because it's got Babbitt bearings. So the rest is going to go in the tank.
That's how they're supposed to work. Application over time. Alright, let's see what comes out now. It's been sitting here getting warm for a bit. Wow, big garden hose. Yeah. Actually pretty clean.
Yeah.
I think we've done a good number on this motor.
I think she's ready to hit the road.
I won't go that far. But the radiator's not poop anymore.
Yeah.
That is hot. That thing is giving a little. Oh. Yeah, baby.
Welcome back. It is day 3 on the Chev, and I've got it back here in the shop again. Just a few minor things need to be done to it, such as floors, possibly exhaust, so it doesn't kill somebody inside the car, and lights and an ignition switch should be pretty handy to be able to start it while inside the car. And the clock over there is ticking. I've got 23 hours and 32 minutes left.
You have a brand new car. Brand new, fully rebuilt, crate engine.
Great engine,
New
yes.
transmission.
Yes.
Everything.
That's the same transmission. The new one's on the floor.
Brand new.
I get back $150 for not using that transmission.
Now, if you can find someone stupid enough to buy it, then yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sure someone would probably give me $500 for that
No,
transmission.
they wouldn't.
If they did, do I get $500 back?
Yeah, but I'm going to interrogate them and do a background check.
So, Kevin and Angus are done. They've been done for like 2 days. The truck's too nice, but let's go check on Buff. I don't think I've really checked on him at all. Well, Buff.
Yep.
How's it going? You got 23 hours left on the clock.
Not the worst.
Yeah? Is it running a little rich there?
Yeah, a little bit. It'll be fine.
But you did drive this yesterday, so...
Oh yeah, and I think I might have put a little too much motor purr in it. That might explain the giant cloud.
I'll let you keep telling yourself that.
I didn't think motor per smoked. But
it probably doesn't.
yeah. So what do you got left to do before we leave? And
I gotta bleed the brakes. I'm gonna go through and get it running on more than 3 cylinders, and maybe wash it off.
cool.
Maybe do some body work. I don't know.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, it'll be a nice day.
Well, I'm gonna go back to work on the Chevy. Really handy to be able to start this car from inside. So I am going to wire an ignition switch. Just basic, easy starter and ignition switch. Oh, this is all just scrap wire. And it's in 3 pieces, so probably gonna have to splice it in 3 places and run it under the dash, but that's fine. Spend money on new wire. I got my main hot wire tied into the battery. Then I'm going to tie into this wire, which runs to the coil on the distributor, run it inside the cab as well, and then one off the solenoid into the cab too, so I can wire them all together on the back of the switch. I got 3 wires running inside. One of the white ones is battery power. The brown one is the solenoid, and the other white one is ignition. So we'll just hook those up accordingly, which means this is ignition, this is battery, and then this is start on these cheap generic switches. And there's a perfect spot right there in the dash for it. There's even a hole. We got the switch shoved in the dash. Let's test it out. Oh yes. Might need to tighten that up some, but It is nice being able to start the car from inside now. I fired it up and I just shut it off. I heard water pouring. Sounded like something leaking. Yes. Oh, good. I'm gonna have to change that water pump. Looks like it. Damn it. Alright, well, good thing I have another one. Okay, this is gonna be just a real quick water pump change, I hope. Gotta go ahead and pull the radiator, because that's in the way. I gotta pull the fan. So, just pull everything. Well, there it went. Yes, it was leaking out of the weep hole profusely. Oh, that gasket on that one's good. Maybe I can save that with a razor blade. And then a little smear of putty and it should be good. I was able to save that gasket and I got it all covered in goo, and I'm gonna shove it on the block. Installed like a pro. Now I just gotta, throw the fan, radiator, all that good stuff back on. I am gonna flush the radiator, I think, with the hose. So I need to follow that hose and figure out where I need to turn it on at, but we're back together. I pulled the Chevy inside. Now comes something I've been not really wanting to address, but I'm going to. See what's going on in the back seat. If there's anything, under all the shit that is back here. So this appears to be the front seat back. Okay. Don't need that. Just put that on the roof. Oh, the seat bottom. Rear seat bottom. Get that out of here. Maybe. That's a good one. So what are we left with back here? A couple 6-volt headlights, some mirrors, ashtray, backseat ashtray. Let's put this junk up and out of the way for now. I guess what I can do, I'll set the rear seat back up, make it look really nice. Look at that, back seat is perfectly restored. I'm sure that's really comfortable too. Got to give everybody a place to ride when their cars break down. Now, up here, I think I am going to see if I can just throw this bumper on. It would look a lot better with that, even though it's in 2 pieces. Let me see if I can find some bolts. So what I mean is, these bumper bolts, the front ones, have got to be very long because they go through both sides of the frame. So I need to go find more bolts that are longer, but at least it's set up here, and as you can tell, it's going to look fantastic. Just like that, the bumper's on. Don't ask how I did it, but it's on there. I even fixed, where it had been sawed apart. Perfect. I was sitting in here procrastinating wiring in headlights, because that's really the last major thing it needs. I mean, I would like to put floors in it of some kind and maybe exhaust. But I started playing with this clock because I realized it's a wind-up clock. And so I wound it up really carefully. And I don't know if you'll be able to hear that, but it's ticking. And I set it for about 1:11 is what time it was. So it's moving, actually. I got new 12-volt bulbs. There were those old bulbs in the car, 6-volt. But I'm going to try to use minimal wiring from this car. I would like to use the ground circuit of the headlights. Now, in case you didn't know this, on these old 3-prong sealed beam lights. High beam, low beam, ground. Or, I don't know, one of these is ground, one of these is high beam, but I know that's low beam, the top post is. So that's the only one I care about. I'm going to tie into that wire for low beam, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side and wire them together and hit the battery and see if there's enough ground, you know, if the ground in that circuit will work, then I know that's okay and I don't have to also fix that. I'm just gonna test one. If one's okay, the other's probably fine too. Oh, touch that positive. Yes, we got low beam. Okay, so now I'm gonna tie that, run that to the other side, tie into that low beam wire, and then install the bulbs. I got the wiring part done, now I just gotta install the lights, which I'm doing with self-tappers because the screws are all over. Basically what the originals were anyway, was held into self-tappers. If I can get the, oh, now it looks like a car. Oh, come on. Probably don't even need to put a screw in that. I don't think that's gonna fall off, but just to be sure. Perfect. I pulled the taillight sockets out to kind of clean them up and mess with them. I want to see if I can make those work. I bought new sockets, but I would prefer not to use them if I could, because these fit in the housings really well. So what I've done is just connected a piece of wire to one of the wires, and I know they ground through the body. I'm going to hold it on the battery cable and touch this wire to positive. Oh yeah, there it goes. Yeah, that'll work. I can find a good ground. Should be able to do it anywhere. Yeah, okay, cool. I can use the original sockets. I got both the old sockets in with bulbs, tied them together, which then came to this one red wire, which I ran through here. You know, you can't even hardly tell it runs through the car. And see, I even kind of tucked it in the sill plate up here so it doesn't get in the way of anything. Anyway, it's going to run up here to a switch where it will be tied into the wire for the headlights, and then it will get 12 volts. The new switch is installed. Oh, looks like we have headlights. Nice. Got low beams only. We have taillights. No. Just a ground problem. Hard to believe this car would have any ground problems.
Hey, look, you got the back seat installed. That's one of these new brake room you got here.
Looks comfy.
Oh, yep.
Is it as comfy as it looks?
Oh boy, it's just like Grandma used to make it.
Great. Here, let's go for a ride. It'd be like driving Miss Daisy.
You don't need I'm stuck in the seat. It's caught in all my belt loops.
Oh no.
Help me.
You able to get out? You might
let go of my pants.
There.
Right. That's for those not so hot dates.
Yes. So, you know, that is where everybody will be riding when their cars inevitably break down. That's why I put the seat in it.
We're gonna work extra hard on making sure ours doesn't break down. you want your accelerator pedal.
Of course.
All right, here we go. Say goodbye, JD.
I'm gonna hop on gravel. This brick. You. I love trying to interact with other drivers on the road in something like this. I think we'll just take the back way to town.
Yeah. Are we gonna take the back way to the racetrack?
Yeah. So that temperature gun I had fell off the dash and fell through the floorboard. So we gotta turn around and go get Dalton's temperature gun back. Somewhere over here.
Let's see, if you line it up just right, you can just reach down and grab it. Use my arm. Alright. Well, that was exciting.
Temperature gun is gone for the moment. We're just gonna go without it. I don't have any kind of temperature gauge. If the car was overheating, or we'll know when it just melts down and blows up. It's fine. I mean, not really anything I can do anyway. So just keep on going to town.
Oh my God.
Made it
We did it.
to the faraway gas station. Even.
Now we'll start back up.
Boom!
Let's check the radiator. Ah, well,
No problems at all.
it's not even that hot.
Did you put water back in this thing?
Yeah, there's water in it. Okay, good. Well, it's perfect.
Oh,
There's a few holes.
just a little bit of
We'll
liquid.
just have to bring some spare water. But dude, it's not even too hot for me to touch. It's perfectly fine.
All right, let's see. Oh, piece of junk.
Come on, baby.
It's just a little hot. Give her some gas.
There. See, this car
Hey.
gets better and better. Let's get back on the road. Now, I found Dalton's temperature gun. It did not appear to survive the impact and possibly getting ran over. So, sorry, Dalton. I'll definitely won't just put this back and not tell you. Alright, well, she seems to drive just fine. Got a few little things to fix. Wow, like the road and the door. Yeah! Yeah, let's get her back to Dalton. Let's start doing the little stuff now. I do need to do something about the exhaust. Dalton said he had a piece of exhaust I might be able to use. I'm gonna go look for it. It's back there. This is what he was talking about. Well, that would be hilarious. That is huge, and I'd have to buy a ton of adapters to make that work. Need to just find some flex pipe. There goes the Elite on its maiden voyage. Hopefully it does as good as the Chevy. Speaking of the Chevy, so I ran to town. Got some stuff, some much needed last minute things. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a temperature gauge on it. I had the extra money, so got that. Also got what I need to fix the radiator. And I'm gonna do a really, really poor exhaust job. So this flex pipe will, fit loosely in that adapter. This should squeeze down over the pipe that's there right now. I'm gonna weld these two together, then weld this adapter to that muffler. And I even bought plumber's tape to hang it up with. Should be a perfect exhaust system. I accidentally bought the wrong size flex pipe, but that's fine. When you cut the end off of it, it'll kind of be allowed to expand, and then you can jam it over whatever you need. I'm gonna weld this all together, make it one piece, and we're gonna hang it up with plumber's tape under the car.
Life hacks with atomic arrow.
Now you will run into people in this life that will tell you you cannot weld on flex pipe. They're wrong. Alright, so once you've got your exhaust professionally welded together, I'm gonna stick it up here onto the existing pipe. Like this. Huh? I just need to clamp it. So this is the custom exhaust. Went all out on this, as you can see. Yeah, just to make sure it wouldn't fall off, you know, you want to run a self-tapper from the plumber's tape into the muffler. Let's see if it made this thing any quieter though. Oh! Much better. Probably gonna just immediately get ripped off, but oh, and really? Now the car is gonna die. Okay, whatever. I do need to try to sort of slow down the radiator leak, so I'm gonna dump some of that K-Seal in there and top it off with water and run it for a while. See if that'll at least slow it down. I just used a little bit more than half. Threw some more water in it. Oh, Dalton's back. How was it? It's good. No problems at all? Nice.
It's good. Needs shocks, needs everything.
Well,
we're not doing any of that, so.
well, I put the exhaust on my car.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Where? Oh, hey, I like that.
All out. There's plumber's tape self-tapped to the muffler, which is then self-tapped to a body brace holding it up.
That's sharp, man. That's really cool.
It did quiet it down.
That sounds good.
But I just put some stop leak in the radiator, so I need to run it for a little bit. The exhaust did not get ripped off. I backed it out the door. I even drove it through the yard. Seems to be just fine. I also fixed a major vacuum leak right there. And it idled right down. I'm just running it for a little bit, getting it up to temperature, see if maybe we can seal all the leaks in the radiator. Probably not, but worth a try. Kevin and I ran to town, got a bunch of stuff to solder up this radiator and some other things, but
Small beers.
we have, yeah,
Have
we
a
got
little beer about
we got have a little beer about
Have
it. I
a
like
little
that.
beer about it.
But in hindsight, that radiator was going to kill this engine. It is completely plugged.
This thing sucks. You hit one end with a garden hose and like 2 business days later, water comes out.
Yeah, it takes like a solid 10 seconds for water to get from one end to the other.
And it's like old Leak-O-Matic 2 core.
Yeah, and I like this car. And to save this car,
Right.
I stole this from Dalton. It's been hiding right over there.
And it, I think, just fits within the last few dollars of your budget.
Yes.
It's $28 and some special time in the corner, and Jesse got a radiator.
This will max out my budget. However, it will save the car.
He has traumatic life experiences you have to live with now, but the
Yes.
car will run cooler.
The car will run. So we're going to have to figure out some way to half-ass this radiator in this car. Probably going to involve baling wire, plumber's tape, probably baling wire.
I think we can even 3/4 ass this thing in if we really try. All right, Jesse, sit rep. Where we at?
Currently self-tapping the radiator in.
Oh, hell yeah.
I had to also self-tap the core support in, which the radiator is supported by.
That one's my favorite.
We self-tapped the plumber's tape to the core support around the radiator, and this.
Hey man, that's just part of this custom cars business. They fit these cars.
This is how they do it over there at, you know, other places that also do this.
There are those?
Yes, there are. Just ask anybody.
Oh, we still have to swap carbs on this because that one runs like that Chinese one runs like a bag of shit.
We need to make sure it runs perfect. I mean, look at what we're doing here.
Yeah, I mean, if this one's working, you might as well make it worth it.
Look at that. I mean,
You know what they say, it works if you work it and you're worth it or something.
and then, you know, plumber's tape is very forgiving. See, you just break it off when you get it to the length. Look at that. I mean, come on.
Dude, that son of a bitch is in there better than
Who
the
could argue with that? It's all back together. Filling the system with water now.
Jesse, where'd the sun go?
Yeah, it's been a while. There's been some beers since the last time you saw me. But
We went from having mini beers about it
we had
many beers
we
about
had
it.
several beers about it and some burgers.
Yeah, so we're back to zero.
Yes.
Shut that damn thing off.
If this doesn't work, I've decided I'm stealing Dalton's '64 Chrysler and I'm taking it instead.
Oh, you're just giving up on this.
Well,
I think we should try to make it a town at least.
if this explodes before now and tomorrow.
You're just foreshadowing for inevitably the end of the video.
Yes.
Be it in 12 minutes or 12 miles or 12 hours.
It appears that the car is holding water.
All right, is she chocked this time? Chocked enough. Oh, don't ask me how to figure out how to run this damn thing. I can't find the throttle. Oh, I found it. There we go. Yeah. God damn, the lights work.
Fixed on.
Over a drive?
I think it's time to go for a drive.
We're gonna guess. Oh. Dude, your tails work.
Oh my god, you have no floors.
That's the good one. Hey. Hopefully that's not foreshadowing. Good luck out there. Say it again for insurance purposes.
I'm pretty sure he might die.
I've been saying that the whole time.
I agree.
It's not just me. Good.
No, it's multiple. That is a
Maybe
danger
that's
to the
why his
roadway.
channel has so many views. People just like wait for Jesse to die.
Yeah,
Maybe if we all watch for a long time, subscribe, we'll see something.
maybe.
New trans has a torque converter lockup.
Okay.
Will a standard converter work with a lockup trans?
I don't think so. God damn it, it's way too cold. He's out on the East Coast. It's too late to call Ben. Who do I call for Chevy trans stuff? Well, usually Dalton, I guess. He'll know. Yeah, let's shoot Dalton a call. He'll know.
Why are you calling me?
Must be out in the shop. Hey, I got a Chevy trans question for you. We got a turbo 350 with a torque converter clutch lockup. Will that work with a normal torque converter?
I don't know. You should probably call someone else.
Okay. I hear hissing. No, I don't.
Oh,
Well,
there's only one minor setback.
we're sitting there bullshitting for about 8-10 minutes.
The-
Then we're like, oh shit, where's Jesse?
The you know those little special clips that hold the throttle linkages on these old cars?
Oh, yeah.
But you know, yeah, it fell off or it came loose, and the throttle just stuck. Like 55 down this gravel road over there.
Thank God you put an ignition on it.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
Minutes
well,
ago.
I'm like, yeah, this is probably where I die. So
Zane, he almost died.
No surprise.
but other than that, and then almost getting ran over by the car that flew by me while I was laying on the ground trying to find the clip.
Oh God.
It's fine.
Oh, that's big. If someone hadn't ran over the temp gun with a car earlier.
Yeah, well,
I was wondering where that was.
Hey, pressure's building.
it just puked a little bit out of there.
No, that blew the vacuum cap off.
Yeah, I know, it sprayed me with water. But that's really not hot at all.
The power of aluminum.
I think that's
Isn't
great.
science cool?
And we're not leaking at the water pump. The belt squeal is annoying.
Yeah, that needs tighten.
Well, it's maxed.
Well, it is a smaller belt.
It needs belt dressing, actually.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, come on now. But yeah, I'm gonna call that a success. I might play around with this car a little bit more tonight, but if not, well, if I don't do anything with filming, I will see you in the morning, first thing. Good morning. It is the final day. We are getting everything ready to go. Getting the Chev packed up, the Elite's ready, Square Body's ready, and Buff is in a different El Camino today. I guess the transmission we shoehorned in that one is no good, so here we are. I think we are all ready to go. I did go ahead and repair the floors in this car with some carpet I stole out of the motorhome. See, very nice. I left them one piece of carpet, so I didn't fix that floor pan over there. Okay, this is it. Here goes nothing. Oh yeah, I guess I never said where we're going. We're going to Mocan Drag Strip. We're gonna take like all day to get there, if we can. Throwout bearing does not sound happy. We are on the highway in the Chev. Oh, the speedometer quit working. Wow. Sounds like it's just screaming at like 50. It is a lot better with the exhaust on it though. There's Dalton in the Elite up there. Kevin should be behind me. I don't know how fast we're going. I wish that speedometer kept working. The clock did though. Alright, we are on the road. It'll be this pretty much all day unless something breaks. I'm doing like 50, and this thing sounds like it's just about to come apart. This thing has got really, really low gears. Wow. Not good. It's not going to like this. Well, it just died. I think it might have just locked up, actually. No? Still going. Did not like that though. Wow. Oh, that sounds like a rod knock too. It's smoking a lot. That's definitely a rod knock. Yeah. We're gonna get pulled off up here. Yep, it's done. Damn it, I can't pull up anymore. Really trying to get off the road. Come on. Done. Shit, I can't stop. Yeah, through a rod, it's done. I'm coasting. Yeah, I'm behind you.
Coming back.
Wow. So we're just coasting, clutch in. I'm pretty sure the Chev just threw a rod.
The El Camino's fine. That's the second El Camino buff, let's be fair.
She done. What? How? We tried to go 50 miles an hour. I think it threw a rod.
What the fuck?
Yeah. See what happens when I try to start it.
We're going to leave the last stop sign, and Angus and I are like, that is coming apart.
Did you hear?
Yeah. But then we were right all along.
And that's the end of the road for the 52 Chevy. We made it like 5 miles.
That's what you get for putting a new radiator in.
Yeah, you cheated, and this is why this happened to you.
Yeah. I wasn't even hard on it. I was doing...
We were just driving.
Yeah. We literally watched it leave the last stop sign, and we were like, did that sound like rod knocked to you from like, 400 feet away?
And
smoke coming out?
check the oil, everything was totally fine.
Oh, it's coming out of everywhere.
Yeah, no, it is fully.
Jesse, look at this with your camera.
Oh, your oil filter hole.
Wait, hang on. Let me see that.
It turned off.
Let me see that real quick. Wait for the wind.
Oil filter you didn't need.
Wait for the wind to get right again.
No, you really don't on these.
Yeah, they don't last long enough to filter oil.
It's not a full pressure oiling system. Yeah, that's so 50 miles an hour will kill a Chevrolet.
You only gotta do it once.
It'll kill this Chevrolet twice.
Yeah.
Looks like I need to find a 235.
It is everywhere.
Has insert bearings.
Looks like you need to either hop in with me or drive a 64 Chrysler.
I think it's time to hop in a Chrysler. Driving right by my house. We could grab the Fury when we go by there.
That's fair. That'd probably be a better option.
Oh, Kevin, at least the water pump gasket.
Yeah,
held.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, and it's cool.
It's not overheating.
It's not overheating. I did not overheat it. It was the temperature was at 130 when it started hammering.
That modern technology with all that aluminum held up, but unfortunately those Babbitt bearings.
Yeah, and the car, it was quiet. It didn't tap or knock before I left. It was within about 30 seconds.
You left the last stop sign and Angus and I looked at each other like, did you hear that? It's like, that ain't gonna make it. And then about 1 mile later.
Yep, this car will do, these cars could do supposedly 60, 70 miles an hour. I was doing 49 when this happened.
I think there was something wrong with the engine.
No.
From the beginning?
From the beginning, that's why you couldn't go that fast.
I mean, it was probably out for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Well, yeah.
It's the wrong color, that's what.
Yeah. But whatever.
You didn't use enough red RTV.
I tried to save this one.
You should have taken that offer on the camper when you had the chance.
Yeah.
You don't want to make that trade anymore?
But at the end of the day, nobody else would have done this with this car and it would have gotten scrapped. So, at least it can still be saved. So I think the plan is we're going to be driving right by my house where the Fury is. So we're going to leave this here, have it get picked up, and we're going to go grab the Fury. So still another 50s car and a Chrysler, which will actually make it to Mocan.
And it's proven.
And it's proven.
We proved that.
It has got thousands of miles on it. So.
Yes, not twos of miles.
All right.
That's the end. Oh look, there's my house. Let's recover the Fury. Oh, the Fury's not even completely unpacked from the road trip from New Mexico. So.
I see my bed is still good over there.
Your bed? Yes.
Where I slept at 40 degrees outside.
Hey, I was there too. Oil. Yeah, she needs some oil. I'm glad I checked that. Now, do I have any?
I have transmission fluid. Oh, I think there's some oil in the car, in the El Camino.
I think there's some back here too. The Fury topped off. She was pretty low on oil. But
I can't imagine.
Well, yeah, I hadn't put any in since some point, like in New Mexico. So.
Oh, that's true. You were actually maintaining your oil. I was not.
Yeah, I added some, I think, in Clovis was the last town. So it's pretty good.
Jesse's trying to sabotage us with his well water.
That's actually regular rural water.
The chunks were not in it before.
That's probably just from in the garden hose.
Also, it was not yellow.
Alright, let's see if the Fury will start.
I mean, it did. That alternator.
Alright. Yep.
Like a sewing machine.
Yep. All right, let's get out of here. In the Fury. Reverse is a little iffy when she's been sitting. There she is. Not a problem. Well, it's too bad about the Chevy, but I'm honestly kind of relieved to be in this car because I know it and I trust it. So, this is what it is. And this thing is a lot more comfortable. And quieter. Anyway, on the road, we're going to be cruising through Clinton, which is where I live, sort of. And then Osceola. I think we're going to swing in there. There's a cheese factory. And then from there, it'll be pretty much all 2 lanes, I think. To most. Alright, well, cheese has been acquired. We went in and showed these fellas from Iowa what a real cheese place looks like.
We're way closer to this guy than you are. This is an anomaly down here. This is not normal.
But so far so good, other than Buff's fuel filter situation.
It's fine, it's fixed.
Yep. So next place, we're gonna stop somewhere on highway. There's a neat little pull off where the Sac and Osage rivers are. So that's where we'll be going next. Here, we just passed the area where we thought the Fury was going to burn to the ground when I was driving back from New Mexico. But, you know, this is actually a nice, pretty comfortable, kind of quiet drive compared to what the Chevy would have been. Now, I know, you know, everybody's going to get all fired up. Well, Chevy sucks and they're horrible. And everyone thinks I hate Chevys, and I really don't. It's just me and Dalton, you know, we go back and forth. It's friendly banter between Chrysler and GM, you know, we just mess with each other. I like certain cars from all brands. I just, anything GM is less, there's less GM stuff that I like compared to Ford and Chrysler. But to say that the Chevy, it wasn't necessarily the Chevy's fault what happened. I don't know, it wasn't my fault. I was not stressing that at all. I did not do anything that should have hurt that car. But just is what it is. I mean, Babbitt bearings, buying an unknown motor, nothing I can do about it, not necessarily Chevy's fault. Yeah, I'm driving the Fury. The Fury is an infinitely better car, though. Like, the change that cars had between 1952 and 1959 is just insane. You know, they're a completely different animal. So, it's kind of, it'd be comparing apples to oranges. You know, you can't really say, well, this car is so much better than that one. Like in a general sense. I mean, yeah, mechanically, whatever they might be, but I mean, about everything from 1952 is kind of like that Chevy, so. And about everything from 1959 is kind of like this Plymouth. Just, I like the Chryslers because they're more stylish, but yeah, I could dog on Chevy a lot, and I might a little bit, but it's not necessarily the car's fault. So. Welcome to El Dorado Springs. Drove right through here. Ooh, nice 52 Ford. We drove through here. The Morning after Buff and I had to sleep in this car, actually. This was the town. I don't think we stopped here for anything, but it's a neat little town. Oh look, square bodies. We stopped here at the parts store. What's wrong with you?
Well, based on the cranking, if I had to guess, that's the alternator.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
A little overtime.
Yep.
I don't see anything wrong.
Tight. Could be tighter, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll snug it. It probably stretched. I had it very, very tight. The belt looks fine.
We're gonna go get fuel over there at the Casey's. Fury used 9 gallons of gas. I'm not exactly sure how much was in it, but I know it gets about 15 miles to the gallon. So everybody else getting fuel, and I think we're gonna head toward Carthage next. Fury all fueled up. Starts every time. I'm telling you. This old wore out, this poor Polly just keeps hammering along. Oh yeah, Buff is probably gonna get splattered with gasoline now, but that's fine. That's just payback for what his Chevelle did to me for like 1,000 miles. So, hope you're enjoying that, Buff. But I'll check back in with you guys. If anything happens, probably won't. Everything seems to be pretty dialed in now, and my car is fine, so. Next stop should be Carthage. Nearly to Carthage. No problems so far. Made it to Carthage, and my battery promptly died on my camera. But we're at the Boots Motel in Carthage, Missouri. Built in 1939. What's neat is you get a nice little parking space for your car. So the Fury gets to stay under a roof for tonight. Pretty cool. And these guys don't get carports because they're driving new cars anyway, so.
This is the older part of the motel.
This is the older part.
No, this is the older part.
That's the older
part.
No.
That's the older part. That's the older part.
That was built in 46, he said.
I told it straight to your face. You gotta listen, son.
He said 46 is when people were traveling more and they had the motor on.
39. No, people were traveling with their families more and they needed more beds.
Oh.
Yeah, so the new cars stay over here in the new section. Leave the old cars in the old area.
Yeah, you and that Subaru and
that
the other car.
The only one here with an old car.
Down.
This is a really neat place, though.
This is awesome. So, what's the inside of your room?
I haven't even looked in there yet. I'm gonna have to pull it the other way so you can see the nose of the car.
I don't think the other guy's gonna be able to get his car in here, just okay. I mean, they disagree. Other cars.
Oh wow.
Well,
these are old and small. This is neat. They got electricity?
Well, it's kind of old. Wrong kind of flooring, right kind of tile.
Of course, this guy goes.
Yeah. That bed is.
That's a 41 tile.
They attempted to make the bed look Art Deco, but it's not. That's just.
Hacks.
Yes.
The other rooms are almost more authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are quite 50s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they look just like your house.
Let's
as
tear
opposed to
this awesome place apart.
We need to do this.
Sucks. Whatever.
There's the radio. That's a new radio. What
That
the?
looks like the one that's in our room.
No smoke. Why did I get the no smoking room?
There isn't a smoking room.
So we're in Carthage, Missouri. I don't know if you hear that. That's the tornado sirens going off. There is an active tornado on the ground somewhere around here. And we're at the hotel. Fury is safe in a concrete garage. I'm not worried about it. I'm from Missouri. This is normal this time of year. Everyone else is kind of scared. But, I'm not worried about it. Just have another drink. Wow. Oh, so now we have hail?
Yes, we do.
We have hail.
Come on, bring it down.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad I picked the motor launch?
I am glad that this car is covered. That person in the new F-150 was pissed that I took this whole parking spot.
Well, they can claim it on their insurance. Oh yeah, there's an open one right
Then we wouldn't be able to stand here and drink and look at the car. I can't have that.
No, they'd be in the way.
Yeah. Everybody else has gone to the storm shelter, so I'm kind of waiting it out. See what happens. It's the next morning. We all survived the storm, clearly. Don't really have anything to do or check on the Fury, I don't think. Let's see if the Fury starts or if there's been any sabotage or anything like that. Oh yeah, we're good. I just got the car backed over here, did a quick little once over. Needed a little bit of transmission fluid, but it's fine. What do you say, bub?
All good?
I think so. Nobody messed with my car.
Yeah, nobody messed with this one. It's just a piece of junk. But it's reliable.
But anyway, I think we're headed for Mocan now. I think we're about 30 minutes from there. Square Body had a little bit of a rough morning. Well, here we are. Never been here before. Have the slowest drag race ever. I'm sure you fellas remember. A few weeks ago, I was in the same car driving Route 66 back to Missouri, and I said I would rather look cool than go fast. And I'm about to practice that right now before your very eyes. This time we're running against the square body. Might have a chance. Maybe. Okay.
I officially have the slowest car, but the oldest car.
What are we doing? 75 maybe?
Go for the second one. Don't wear out your brakes.
So the first one was an 18.8 and the second one was a 19.6, giving me the slowest car by far.
Well, it is so windy. I don't know how any of that footage is going to turn out, but obviously Fury lost drag race. But it is what it is. Too bad about the Chevy. It would have also done terrible and probably exploded, but I don't know. It's been a good time. It's been a crazy week. I think we're getting loaded up. We're gonna head back home. I think we're all pretty tired. Wow, look, made it. Not exactly how I planned to, but regardless, I am home. Oh, as you know, we made it home, and now I'm back up here with the Chevy. That probably isn't any better, but let's fire it up and see what it sounds like. Oh, that seat is soaked. Might need some choke.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine. And now it's stuck. It won't move, it's stuck. I tried. So, as you can see, the Chev is in need of some help. Probably gonna get a different motor, or I'm just gonna sell the car to one of you people if you want it. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a heck of an adventure. I'll catch you in the next one.